Yo guys, what's up? Shattery and welcome back to Space Engineers. Today we're working still on our hangar, and I think today we're gonna start enclosing the upper bit, and once we're done with that we basically have the hangar outskirts finished, and then the only thing that we have left is basically the staircase downwards, which is we already made up to down here, so you know, should be quite easy to finish up, I suppose. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to put in all the interesting blocks here and try to see how this whole room here looks once it's enclosed, because I'm not quite sure how the spacing is going to be like, because right now we have a lot of space, but in height, you know, which is quite hard to use sometimes. So maybe we'll have to kind of work with, I don't know, with ladders and with more staircases to create a bit more usable surface in the whole area here. But yeah. I think first we'll have to kind of get a feel on how this is going to look like once it's closed up completely. How claustrophobic does it feel? I don't think it's going to be that bad, but honestly I don't know. So yeah, also Jesus Christ, man. Yesterday evening and today was interesting, let's say. I had a little problem. I've upgraded some hardware of my computer, right? And if you know, when you change hardware on your computer, if it's something significant like the motherboard or the CPU or something like that, basically you'll have to reactivate your copy of Windows, you know? Because it basically says, oh, I don't know if that's your computer anymore, please reactivate Windows. And depending on how you got your Windows 10, you either have a license key or you have like a digital license that is bound to your account, right? I had the latter. I had like a license that was bound to my Microsoft account, and that's technically the easiest way to do it, because then you just have to, after the hardware upgrade, you just log in with your Microsoft account, and then basically everything should resolve automatically, more or less. But it didn't. So it always said, yeah, sorry, cannot activate this copy of Windows on this account for some reason. Now it was already later in the evening, so I was pretty much aware that the support, at least the German support, probably wouldn't be around, but I tried to call the support number. And after answering like 15 questions that a AI asked of me, you know, if you're calling because you want to activate your Windows, press 1. About 10, 20 of those questions, right? After that, it basically said, yeah, the German offices are closed, but if you like, we can connect you to an English-speaking representative, if that is okay with you. And I thought, yeah, sure, that shouldn't be a problem, right? I mean, I don't want to brag, but I think my English is good enough to have a phone call about a support question. So I did that. Then I had to wait for like 10 minutes to get connected to somebody, which is fine, you know? I get this. This is no problem. People are busy. And then I got to somebody, I described my problem, he tried a few things, and then he said, yeah, all right, this is your number, I'll reconnect you to the next person, he can help you. Like another 10 minutes waiting time, and then the next guy, I'm describing my problem, giving him my case number, and he's like, oh yeah, I cannot help you with that, I have to reconnect you to somebody else. Great. Then another 10 minutes, and after 10 minutes suddenly, the call just terminated. So I just waited like a half an hour for nothing, basically. So I called again. got a different person, set up a new case because apparently I have to do that. Got handed to 2 different people again, and after half an hour, I was again in like a hold. After half an hour, again, call just freaking terminates. So yeah, I gave up. I thought, yeah, fuck it. I'll try it the next day with the German support. Maybe that's gonna work better. Who knows? Today I was on the phone with that support for I think an hour. He tried so many things. He was on my computer, via remote support and everything. He tried so many things. Nothing worked. And then as like a last ditch thing, he said, okay, it looks like the Windows installation on your computer is kind of damaged. You need to reinstall it. Fine, okay. So I prepare a bootable USB stick, because that's the way he told me I should do it, with a bootable USB stick, because my computer, believe it or not, doesn't have a disk drive anymore. I know, shocking, right? And so I did that. Tried. I haphazardly saved a few data, a bit of data that I know that were on the same drive as my Windows installation, but honestly I couldn't remember what all I had to back up. There was so much stuff there, but I just basically said I don't mind. I just want this stuff to work, right? And then I backed up the few things that I knew I definitely needed. Restarted my PC, set the boot priority to boot from the USB stick. There's the Windows installation thingy, it's popping up, and then there's some error message about something not working because I don't have the right drivers, which is weird. But tried a few times again, getting frustrated, and then I thought, yeah, maybe it didn't write the bootable USB stick. Maybe it didn't write that correctly. Maybe I have to redo that. So starting my PC normally again, and while it's writing my bootable USB stick again, I'm for a laugh, I thought, you know what, let's just try to reactivate Windows again the way I was doing it the first time around. I'm sure it won't work this time, because it has never worked for the last 50 freaking times I tried. But just for a laugh, I have nothing else to do. Click the button. Second later, oh yeah, your Windows is activated. Thank you very much. You cannot believe. I was like relieved, because it means I didn't have to reinstall Windows and potentially lose a few lose data that I accidentally didn't back up. But then a slight feeling of annoyance creeped up in me, because I think I really wasted about 2 hours on this stupid freaking thing. It's so freaking frustrating. But yeah, now it works. Now I have a legit Windows again, luckily enough. Oh god. But yeah, what can you do, right? But at least now it seems to be working all, I hope. That would have been the most annoying thing about reinstalling whole Windows. I would have to do all the configuration stuff again to fit it perfectly, for recording, the microphone settings, because all of that was on that drive as well. So that would have been lost for sure. Oh god, that was a weird day today. So yeah, sorry for the rambling, but I just had to get that off my chest. But I'm not blaming the support people, because I can understand. I work partially support as well for the company I work for. I do a lot of support calls too, and it's a difficult thing to do, especially if you're doing obviously if you're hotline, you're always remote supporting people. You're not. That's the biggest problem. You're not there to physically see things. You wouldn't believe how many times I had to ask people, have you plugged the thing in? Is it plugged in? Is it turned on? And you wouldn't believe how many times the answer is, oh no, it isn't, thanks. It sometimes sounds weird, and you almost think that is a rude thing to ask, because it almost kind of questions their intelligence. But oftentimes you have to, because it's something, sometimes people just forget about simple things like that. And it's not even because they're dumb or anything. It's just sometimes you can just forget these things. It happens to me as well, believe me. But yeah. Okay. So this is the quote-unquote enclosed version. Let me actually weld these real quick. There we go. So obviously we'll have this here. This is where we're gonna have like a seat here that can look out the window, and you know, from here you would be controlling the hangar, and maybe, you know, this is kind of like the control tower on an airport, so you'll ask for boarding permission and stuff like that. That's gonna be controlled from here. Now there's a lot of space back here, and there's also like space up here. So I have the feeling I kind of want to make like an additional floor up here. You know what I mean? I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna put on here, but it would be interesting to have a little bit more space here. Now to access this, we're either gonna put like a ladder on here, or maybe in the middle, or we could use some more stairs. The question is, where do we put them? I mean, we could technically try to do something like that. Is that weird to walk? Oh yeah, down here we don't have gravity, but yeah. So you would walk down here, and then I find this a weird transition from a stair like this to like a flat surface. That's a very weird transition to make. So I'd rather not do that if I had the choice. So I think it's gonna be ladders, more likely. Also, I think we're gonna put some covering stuff right here. So we have, you know what I mean? Like so. Yeah, like this. So we have the stairwell covered up, so you don't accidentally fall outside of the stairwell. Something like that. At least till we get about here, I suppose. Yes. That makes sense. Let me just put these in real quick. There we go. And then we'll also have to weld these, of course. Now, of course, the most annoying thing is that every time we want to get new blocks, we have to go all the way down here, through the airlock, out here, whoosh, there we go. And get the new stuff. Weird. Not okay. I mean, that would be like the way that you would have to make if you get onto the ship. You would land here, either dock on one of these, or just set your ship down, whatever. Get in here, activate the airlock, and then go up here to the entrance hall. There you go. I wonder if we could put maybe some, I don't know, do we put some quarters here or something? Guest quarters? I don't know. Is that the right place for it? I'm not 100% sure what we're actually going to put in here. Other than the control tower stuff, you know? So, I'm not 100% sure on that. There we go. And here, of course, we'll have the blocks run all the way to this side. Let me actually activate the lights. There we go. Like so. Right. Damn it. So, yeah, and then you come down here, and then you can exit this staircase right here, And here you can get into the lower part of the ship. Actually, this is the shorter way out if we want to get stuff. Also, I just realized a lot of I have the music turned up, I believe, but it almost feels like the music is never playing for some reason. I'm not sure why. Oh, wait, it turned it off again. That's weird. There we go. That is weird. I thought I turned that on before I started the game, but apparently I didn't. Because normally when I do my creative work, I turn off the music because I have a huge playlist that I use myself with like space-themed music. Which I obviously cannot use here because copyright issues and stuff. You know, there's a lot of music from like... oh, now the sound is also a lot louder. I have to do that in the editing then. You know, like Warhammer-based music, at least Warhammer 40k-based music. That works very well for space engineers, at least for the stuff that I do. But yeah. There we go. So that will run all the way back, covering all of this stuff up quite neatly. Right, and also now it starts, it kind of replicates what we have outside with this, that spine that's coming down. It kind of replicates that inside as well, which I find kind of neat actually. It's kind of replication of the form, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I'm doing like a lot of creative stuff right now with the new blocks, with the desert planet. I do have to say the sandstorms are super moody. I like it. If you ever want to have a cool image of something, do it in a sandstorm. It looks fantastic. It really gives you this, especially the heavy sandstorm, gives you these claustrophobic feelings. Especially if you are inside a building looking out through a window and you basically just see sandstorm. You just don't see anything else but, you know, like 2 meters of ground in front of you. Gives you a very interesting feeling. I like it a lot. So yeah, I'm actually doing kind of like a Mad Max kind of creative build, you know, with a lot of like crazy looking vehicles with exhausts that shoot flames out and stuff like that. It's really fun to do with the new blocks and the new textures, the heavy rusted ones and the sand covered textures as well. I like that a lot. Been working with these for a while now. They're really cool to use. Okay. And now, just for, let's say, consistency, we could do the same kind of thing here, where we have this, yeah, kind of like a ramp running down this side. Actually, now this is wrong, is it? Yeah. Like so, having this very interesting slope running up here. Yeah, so then you have back here, you have this these 5 slopes basically. And then, yeah, I'm still not sure what goes up there. Maybe some more like computers and stuff. Maybe the weapon control system, I don't know. Because I have the feeling, you know, after I'm done with the whole ship, I kind of have the feeling I might just put a few guns, everyone, in a few positions. But I have to kind of see where I put them, because obviously I don't want to redesign the whole ship because of a few gun turrets. So a few logical locations would be like alongside of the maintenance layer. That would be very easy to connect. Also, since the cable will be running down the backside, we could put a few on this ridge here, but obviously they cannot be at an angle like that, so... We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Well, unless we don't want turrets that are connected to the main system. That you have to refill manually, so to speak. That's annoying. I probably would always forget to refill them, so let's rather not do that then. Alright. Let's do this on over here as well. That should be correct, I believe. No. Yeah, there you go. Excellent. And then I'll get myself probably some interior plates, and then we'll start to put down a few, well, probably a few computer stations and ladders and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, let's just grab a stair real quick, like one of these guys. So if you would want to have stairs that go up here, would that even work? So one would be here, then here, then here. No, it wouldn't. I would have to do it like this. So it starts over here, then here, 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 and then... I mean, we could try that. It's gonna be very cramped, but I think it might work. And the thing is, I find staircases, if you have room for staircases, use them, because it's a lot easier to use staircases. Ladders, as cool as ladders are, the climbing animation is so freaking slow that the only reason for ladders is to basically make... If you don't have any other option to make something accessible, then yes, go with ladders, I suppose. But if you can avoid it, I suppose, then no. Just don't. It's just kind of annoying, ladders, really. You know, if you have like a little maintenance shaft, then yeah, okay, maybe put a ladder in there. But if you have the space for it, do make stairs, I suppose. Okay, so it would be, let's see, like this, and then here. You know what, just to make this a bit easier to build without having to resort to weird little tricks, let's just do this here. That will shape the room a little bit and give us a better construction of the stairs, a bit more stable, let's say. Already ran out, of course. Everything symmetrical as it should be. Excellent. And then have a catwalk. And I mean one of these. And up here we'll do like a trick. We'll put one like this, and then on top. Either we can put another one on top or just a rail. That works too. I think we'll just go with a single rail like that. And then we'll also have some rails like right here. I have the feeling I'm actually gonna fill this here up, because there's nothing we can put here anyway if we put a rail on. So yeah, let me just go through a few materials in my thing. Also, catwalk here, of course, don't forget that. This direction. Oh, we need girders too, right, forgot about that. Okay. Let me get all of these materials. We need Sagodas. I think we'll probably need more of... Oh, yeah, more of these. Yeah, like that. Okay. Yeah. God, it's cramped in here. Ow. There you go. Okay. Already out of construction components, of course. And then, yeah, we'll just put these in here. Like so. Oh, hold on. Did I just... No. Okay, it's fine. I just thought if there was something behind that I didn't weld yet, but it looks alright to me. Do we have still material that we need to put in somewhere? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. Right. So let's get the rest, and then I think after that it's probably gonna be enough for today. Some good workload done again. Okay, so we need mainly this and this. And yeah, I still need to... Oh yeah, now I remember what I wanted to put up there. Programmable blocks. Or something like that. Probably a few consoles and some programmable blocks. So you have kind of like a work area up there. That is not in... basically in direct vision. Like here we can have a few things as well, but... yeah. So this up here is going to just be a little bit out of the way of everything, essentially. Okay. What are we missing here? Oh, small tubes. Yeah, of course. Forgot about the small tubes. Right, let's get one more load. And then we shall be done. It shall be done. Indeed. Right, we don't need that. Let's get a few more. There we go. That hopefully should be enough for everything. Not 100% sure, but it's not like I calculate things. Not smart enough for that, to do that on the fly. Or deliberate. Oh, for fuck's sake. Of course, there's always one thing that I miss. That is so frustrating. So it's kind of hard to hit these rails with the welder sometimes, if you ever notice that. It's really annoying. And of course, we have to weld all of these plates. There we go. Yeah, that's good. Let's get another load. Fine. One more. It's just like in Civilizations. Just one more turn. Famous last words. 3 hours later. 6 o'clock in the morning or something like that. Oh, I'm now in the future age. Weird. Well, actually, normally if I play Civ, I play it on marathon, so... after like 10 hours, I'm probably in classic age or something. So, yeah. Civ. Such a fun game, but my god, it's a time killer. It really is. You know, there's just... sometimes there's these games where you can just spend like 10, 20 minutes on it and you're like, ah, that was good, that was good. And then there's games like freaking Civ where you just sit on a one game for days sometimes, and yeah. But it's good to have both of these kind of games available. Oh, it's not easy being an engineer, especially not one that always forgets to weld stuff. Right, let me just put these in then. And I think this one we can fill up as well. That's not really useful to anybody. There we go. Yeah, I need to fix this now. You know that, right? Because if I don't, I will forget it for the next episode, and that's really gonna make me... Well, it's actually not gonna do anything, because I probably will forget it, but then somewhere in my subconscious something will be unhappy with me, I tell you that. Let's rather take a few more with us than we need, just in case, if I fuck it up again. Ugh. Come on. Oh, thank you. Alright, so now we have kind of like the control area. We have the main hallway with the staircase, and then we have the upper control area, or however you want to call that, I suppose. I'm not quite sure what we're going to call it and for what we're going to use it, essentially, but yeah. We have some room to play with here. That's good. Also, I think this looks a lot better with the angled blocks as well, right? So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. See you next time, and take care.